Oh, what is up, everybody? I am going to be reacting to some TikTokers who don't make the best financial decisions sometimes.
Which means I'm stuck with roughly, what, 18 to 20K. My car was just totaled and I still owe $37,000 on it.
Insurance should pay for it then, right?
Insurance is only offering me like roughly 18 to 20K. I'm trying to fight them on that.
It's probably only worth
for
that.
it. Which means I'm stuck with roughly, what, 18 to 20K in debt on it.
Yeah.
I didn't have gap insurance, so
car loans work.
I'm footing the bill for the rest of the car.
Dude, every adult out there knows that cars depreciate very fast because there's a lot of moving parts that wear out. So if you buy a brand new car today, it's going to be worth half as much or even less in 2 years, depending on how much you drive it, etc. And especially if it's a sports car or a luxury car or a European car, all of these things factor in how the car depreciates. And if you buy a brand new car, you should expect it to depreciate. And don't get on here and be complaining when it starts depreciating. Like, oh, poor me, I have all this, I'm so underwater on my loan. Like, you took that risk when you bought a brand new car. This is why I buy used cars that are like 15 years old, because they depreciate and they get to a point where they literally cannot depreciate anymore unless something mechanically goes wrong with the car. That is the kind of vehicles that I personally drive because I'm fine with fixing them. And I'm not saying buying a new car is a bad thing, but don't get on the internet and poor me when it doesn't work out because you took that risk by signing the dotted line and buying a new car. Come on.
That I owed, and I have no car. I didn't even know that this could happen.
That does suck. She owes
I
like 18K. No, she owes 37K on her car, and she's underwater.
Had no idea. Not gonna lie, I've cried. I'm so stressed. I don't know.
It sucks, but
what
it's the
the
reality.
Right decisions
I feel
are.
bad for boosting her now.
Never even been in a wreck in my life. Never even had a speeding ticket or any kind of ticket or anything. So dealing with this whole process is overwhelming.
Yeah.
And you don't know what the right decision to make. And so I'm just going to document all of it because I didn't even know this was a thing. And I'm sure there's other people out there that didn't know this was possible either. So, how does this even happen? So while I'm still processing, I'm also trying to come up with the plan. I'm not trying to pay.
Okay, yeah, I feel bad for her because it's yeah, that really does suck when you buy a new car. But like I said, again, it's just that's why I will never buy a new car because they depreciate so fast. And really, you shouldn't be buying a new car unless you're just putting so much cash down on it. It doesn't make any financial sense. And this is the risk.
I've never had someone actually send in their for the Nissan.
I was told to. I thought maybe I was wrong.
Maybe, I don't know. What is this? No, Chevy. Sorry. No, Nissan.
Yeah.
What?
We traded the Chevy.
Oh, you trade in. Yeah. Nissan what?
Nissan Z 2026.
Okay, this is hers, right?
Yeah, it's in her name.
It's
but
in
it's
my
car.
name, but it's his car.
Yeah, she's the primary on this one. I'm secondary, and then on her car.
Okay, what's the balance? What do you owe on it?
For
$49,668.
Yeah, with interest rate.
Bro.
What interest rate?
I have no idea. I think it was right about 9%, 10%.
No.
But we went.
What?
No, my previous car was at an interest rate of
17.
I don't give a
17%.
You just got a $50,000 loan and 9%. Go
Bro.
yourself.
It's
You
actually
may as well end it today in Minecraft. But what the That's insanity. That's insanity, dude. What's your minimum?
1,042.
It's worth 39,000. I've never.
Dude, okay, the Nissan Z, cool car and everything, but if you really want a sports car, like, just save the money up and pay for it with cash. Especially a car like that where it's like it's not even like a car that you would want to daily drive. It's a car that you would want to drive for fun. Like, dude, it's a sports car. Like, and the bad thing about buying that car specifically too is it's going to depreciate way faster than if you had just bought like a normal like Toyota. So yeah, what's these people's obsession with buying a new car and having to have a newer car? I just don't understand that. I have never ever wanted a new car, and I don't care if people judge me for it, because it's like, dude, why would I want to pay $700, $1,000 a month just for a car? And not only that, when you get a loan from a bank for a car, now you have to pay full coverage insurance, and that alone can be super expensive, like an additional $200 or $300 a month. And some people just love paying all that stuff. Like, dude, it's crazy. Kind of having an Audi at whatever years old? At 19 years old. What is this? Is $425 a month? Is that his payment or something? Yeah. Who knows?
The worst financial mistake I've ever made,
Let's hear
I'll
it.
be honest with you guys, is this car that I'm currently driving. And
Cars
it's not
are
the car itself. Like,
bad
I
financial
literally
decisions
love
for
this
most
car.
people.
I can't imagine myself driving anything else. It's the fact that I have car payments, which is so stupid. It literally makes me sick thinking about it. I wish we would have just waited like a year and maybe saved up like $20,000 in cash.
That's
and
the smart thing
bought
to
a
do.
used car,
Just save up money.
because purchasing a brand new car was so dumb. Not
Let's hear the
only did
interest
it
rate.
lose value like the second we drove it off the lot, but now we're paying interest payments on top of that.
Yeah,
And
that's
this
how
car
it
is already
works.
2 years old. Like, it was only brand new for like 5 minutes, so.
If I'm not mistaken, she's driving a Tesla, so not a Tesla hater here, but when you drive an EV, the inherent thing with that is it's going to depreciate much faster. So, yeah, good luck with that. That's really going to suck. You're going to be underwater very quick unless you can pay that thing off like just crazy fast, which if she's complaining about the payments, I doubt that.
Might as well have bought a used car. But at least I learned that lesson in my early 20s so that I never do that again in my life. The worst financial mistake I've ever made.
Okay, she doesn't go into detail.
Okay, quick story time because I fear I may be overreacting. So I just left the
Probably not.
dealership. I went specifically to a Ford dealership. I'm sitting in my paid off Ford Expedition 2018 to be exact. And let me tell you what just happened. Take a wild guess about how much a brand new 2026 Ford Expedition Platinum Max with the ultimate package.
Okay, well, a Ford Expedition is like Ford's like family full-sized SUV, so it's at least $100,000, especially when you're like talking about all the add-ons and maxed out. At least $100K, like easily.
Would cost for a lease. Okay, I'll let you guess. $1,700.
Oh, she's talking about
1700, the same exact price that my 4-bedroom 3-bath mortgage.
Yeah, that's way more than my rent.
Minus a couple $100. What are they thinking? I don't know. Maybe it was because it was me going in there and I was like, you know what? Me as a 35-year-old female can walk into a dealership and just, test drive a vehicle and ask for some lease numbers. I don't know. How hard can it be? Boys do it, right? So I walk in there. First question,
how much do you want your payment to be? Sir, Michael, I just want you to run some numbers ethically and tell me how much you can do it for. Okay? So he said, yeah, no problem. 48-month lease, $1,700. I laughed in the man's face.
Okay, so I get what she's trying to say. She's trying to say, well, this is so ridiculous, these payments. Well, it's like, yeah, it's going to be a lot of money per month because we don't do 30-year mortgages for vehicles. A vehicle is something that like is designed to last 20 years, right? So you don't want to be stuck in a 30-year mortgage for a vehicle. So ideally, you want to pay a vehicle off as fast as possible so it minimizes the risk so you're not underwater on this vehicle. And underwater means you owe more on it than what it's worth. Okay? So if somebody was financially literate and they wanted the new Ford Expedition with the premium package and all this stuff, they would pay mostly cash for it. And if they were really smart, they would pay completely cash for that vehicle. Because there is no world where you can take a loan out on a car and pay an 8% interest rate and you can come out ahead and you could make that money back with the market or a CD or something like that. So I just think getting a car loan in the first place is just wicked stupid. Just don't do it.
I'm coming to you live from my new car.
Financing a car
new
whilst
had to
in
wait,
debt.
order
Let's
it
see.
from the showroom, factory, whatever. Got delivered, and I can already hear people screaming, "Well, you got a brand new car, you're in credit card debt." I know. I know.
What?
My last car had the balloon payment coming up. The finance was coming to an end, thank God, because that car was costing me nearly £500 a month. Nearly.
That's a
Absolute
lot.
waste of money, weren't worth the money that I paid for it. But I bought it second hand in lockdown when second hand car prices were through the roof. Got absolutely mugged off. I've just handed it back. I'm not paying the balloon payment, wasn't worth it. Needed a new car.
Handed it back.
Don't have the money outright to be buying anything that's not going to break
She needs
down,
a new car, guys.
cause me anxiety about not starting every time. And if it was just me on my own,
I hate this excuse. I need a new car because I don't want to have anxiety about this thing not starting. It can't leave me stranded. I have kids. You hear me? Do you guys realize that a new car, a brand new car, is just as likely to break down? Actually, it's more likely to break down than a very well-maintained used car. Just because it's new doesn't mean it's not going to break. In fact, new cars are more likely to break in a lot of circumstances because especially if it's a new design for that car manufacturer. For example, Chevy came out with like the new truck design in 2020. Well, that is a completely untested design, meaning like obviously the GMC engineers tested it, but the public has not had their hands on this yet. The engine, the transmission, just the overall drivetrain of the truck has not been tested, and there's no data for the engineers to go off of to improve any flaws or faults in the design of that vehicle. So when you take that brand new design vehicle, there can be some huge oversights that the engineers can make in the car company that basically make it dead on arrival. I mean, we all see those huge like recalls from like Ford and GM and things like that. I have seen brand new GM trucks, like I'm talking like less than 5,000 miles, where the engine just completely craps out. And you're going to say that that is more reliable than the truck that has gotten me to work for the past 20 years without a single hitch. Like this old truck, I trust it because I've never had a problem with it. How can I trust a new vehicle? when we really haven't even tested it yet. So that theory is it just makes me angry because it's just not true. It's such a car salesman take. Used vehicles can be so reliable. The old vehicles are more reliable than the new ones, believe it or not.
Give me the oldest banger you got going, you know, doesn't matter. A to B, that's all that matters. I'm pregnant, baby on the way.
See,
I'm the
I got a
registered carer
baby.
of both my grandparents. They have so many appointments you wouldn't believe. I'm talking like 2, 3, 4 a week. Both of them, like each. I can't risk my car not starting and them not making their appointments, or obviously me with a baby. I would rather security and the monthly payment of finance.
So let me get this straight. You can't risk your car not starting, so you go out and get a huge loan with a huge interest rate. Like you're struggling to pay this thing off every month. And that is worth not having to worry about a car breaking down. Let's say your car does break down, which is extremely rare if you do your due diligence buying a used vehicle. Let's say it does break down. You have to get to work, or you have to get to an appointment that day. Every city and every town in the modern day has this thing called Uber and Lyft. So if you have to pay for worst case scenario, like craziest worst case scenarios, you have to pay like $30 for a Lyft one day. And you're so against that ever happening, and you're such in fear of that ever happening, that you would pay like $1,200 a month just to avoid that from ever happening. Even though new cars can still break down. Got it.
I'm coming to you live
Whoops.
from where finance was coming to an end, thank God, because in lockdown when second-hand car price and payment wasn't worth it, needed a new car. Don't have the money outright to be buying anything that's not going to break down, cause me anxiety about not starting every time. And if it was just me on
Triggers
my
me
own,
when people say that.
give me the oldest banger you got going, you know, doesn't matter. A to B, that's all that matters. I'm pregnant, baby on the way. I'm the registered carer of both my grandparents. They have so many appointments you wouldn't believe. I'm talking like 2, 3, 4 a week. Both of them, like each. I can't risk my car not starting and them not making their appointments, or obviously me with a baby. I would rather security and the monthly payment of finance. That's not the cheapest way of doing things, I'm going to say. But for me right now, it is the easiest way. Is that the word I'm looking for? I also don't really know that much, like the difference in PCP or HP, I don't know. I got one car payment, I put down my deposit, I got it for 3 years.